serious here.
Okay, let's make it more comfy for Jackson. Yeah. So, who just said 网楼台? Okay. So okay. Okay. Anyway, so thank you for doing this.
It's my pleasure.
And I know you have done your concert in Macau. It's a great success. I was there. It was my first time seeing it in person. Love it. I think people who hasn't really met you in person don't understand how good a person you are. You are influencing a lot of people, I would say. So that's why I would love to have you on stage to tell people more about you. I know a lot of people know you.
This is Jackson Wang. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, so I think people see you as a singer mostly, but you are way more than a singer. And I think you wanted to become more than a singer. So how can you transition yourself from an artist to entrepreneurs? Because you are also a creator. Like, what projects have you been focusing these days, and how are you being? What's your journey besides being a singer?
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm Jackson Wang, and I was an athlete. For the ones who don't know me yet, a little intro about myself. I was an athlete, youth Olympian, and I was a fencer. And then from that, long story short, I pursued music afterwards, and then slowly now moving slowly into fashion. Well, to me, I think like the only thing that's different is the skill set. Yeah, in every different bubble, but I believe that it's all under this big umbrella of creating things. Yeah, so I see it this way, and that's what I've been doing. Just focusing on my own projects in those two fields, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
I know you're preparing for your next tour.
Yes.
Is it gonna be your major focus right now?
Yeah, I mean, recently for the past since past 6 months, I've been taking a rest just to live like a human. Because I've been non-stop for almost more than 10 years, and a lot of passion. Sometimes, a lot of times, I feel like I'm burnt out, and it's always like a continuous loop of things. So much things happening all at once, and I just realized like a lot of the output, being authentic, and if you want to be for a good creation, it needs to come from lifestyle, and I was lacking that, so I stopped. Yeah, but I think probably for the rest of the year I'll stop and live, just to feel everything around me. For the past more than 10 years, I've been missing out a lot of like moments in my life. Yeah.
So you finally turned 30.
Stop. The people didn't.
Happy birthday, belated happy birthday.
Yes, I'm 30. Yeah, I mean, it's a new start. It's a new start.
Yeah. So I think you have been in this industry for so long. You started off in Korea, and can you tell? I mean, people won't understand how hard it is to survive in the Korea music industry, right? So how was that journey from being in Korea to back to home and then to the world?
I mean, it's different location, right? But I think the hardest part with that system was, everyone, started as trainees, and then, they move up, they evolve and elevate into getting to a stage of debut. But through the process, it's like you get tested every week, and it's super easy to get selected to enter a company and it's super easy to get eliminated. So I think it's the hardest part is just to be alive as a trainer. Yeah, so that's like, and every week, you know, even sometimes crazier. Every 2 days you get tested, right? You get evaluated on the stuff that you do. It's like getting your health report card. It's like, I mean, it's like getting that every 2 weeks. Do you have cancer or not? You know, so it's very it's just like a life with anxiety. And after 2.5 years, when you get used to it, I feel like it helps with your life on a lot of different problems. It helps a lot mentally too to overcome stress and conflicts.
So I think people all here would agree that you have made your name not only in Asia. I think you've been to Coachella twice already, being, I think, as the first Chinese singer being able to do that in consecutive years. How hard is it? Because I think a lot of companies or entrepreneurs here, they wanted to go to overseas market as well. So that's why I wanted to ask this question is like, how hard it is, or like what do you have to do to get to another stage in the world?
I don't know, man. I just sharing my own personal experience. I'm a very amateur and as an entrepreneur too. I was just focusing on what I loved, you know. I didn't really think about or strategically, intentionally think about, oh, you know what, I want to go there or this place or wherever. I was just focusing purely on what I love. And you know, sometimes it's luck, you know, sometimes it's timing, sometimes it's the right situation. I was just taking my time on doing it and not missing out any opportunities. Yeah.
Right. So the next question is about TEAMWANG design. I'm a big fan as well. I know
you're a big fan of TEAMWANG design?
Yes.
Where's your TEAMWANG design?
I wanted to, but
you can't do this to me, Jason.
I wear it tonight at the after party if you guys want. But yeah, so I think as the founder and creative director of TEAMWANG Design, you've been instrumental in elevating the Chinese culture onto a global platform. So can you elaborate a little bit on your founding vision of TEAMWANG Design and the future development?
Yeah, I think, you know, me and Henry, my partner, also my best friend in the whole wide world, and he's here today. And I have no idea where he is. Where is he?
All right.
Hey, can you sit properly? It's a very official. It's not your house. Yeah, I mean, I found, and we made this brand together, and honestly, the vision behind it is just to do whatever we believe in and what we want to see in the market of just purely doing what we love, you know, according to our taste, according to our just being true self. And, you know, sometimes I also think, just sharing my thought, as a newbie in this entrepreneur market, I believe it's also about decisions, right? Like if I want to make this, whether I want this to be a mass product or what's my target audience or what's a channel that I want to tap into, and there also whether you want your product to be like boutique, like the style of everything. I believe it's like decisions on what lane you choose to be racing in, and we're just doing what we believe in, we love, and keep the same vision and thoughts along in this process. And you know, and it's hard sometimes because, you know, the society and industry that we live in now, you know, especially, you know, a lot of times you have to deal with humanity and a lot of like noise, this and that, different situations. It's very hard to focus. I think that's like one of our biggest challenge too. Yeah.
So, what is the future plan for TEAMWANG Design? I know you just announced a collaboration with a furniture brand, Casina. So, can we say that we are not only looking at a clothing brand?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's an experience. I would say, TEAMWANG. I believe in the future. And what's the future plan of TEAMWANG design? One day, without us intentionally initiating, Jason will wear it by himself one day.
I was wearing my wife.
Then I believe, oh, we made it.
Okay, my bad. Next year when Jackson, if he's coming again, I'll wear the shirt.
I love to make you feel guilty.
I know. I'm guilty for you at least. So I would switch to a challenging questions. I think challenges for Asian artists in Western markets. Going back to the questions that I just asked. So, do you feel like it's more challenging for Asian artists to gain influence in Western markets than Western artists gaining influence in Asian markets?
Yeah, it's interesting because I view it a little differently. I think it's different location. You know, it's not about yes, a lot of times when you say it, there's East and West, and sometimes you say it's just like maybe here in Thailand, or here in Singapore, or here in Malaysia. It's different territory with different culture. I think it's the same thing as East and West. It's just a different place. And when you try to connect with the people there, you gotta understand what that world is. Yeah, I mean, I think it's about also respecting it and learning it and being able to relate and connect to it. Yeah, I think that's the key.
Right. So, how can you share also your insights from the journey? Like, how can you bridge cultural gaps? I think because somehow when some certain Western media might portray us in a different way.
Yeah, I don't know about others, but at least to me, I think it's with love, with honesty. You know, sometimes people are not stupid. You know, it's not a plan that we should think about. It's not a strategic move that we should think about. It's not manufactured. I believe that it comes from the heart, and people can tell if it's fake or not. You know, so I tend to approach it with really respecting and loving it. Yeah, because we're all humans. It's just that we're in different locations, and we grew up differently.
So, let's talk about the future. What do you envision yourself in the next 10 years?
We never know. I mean, maybe I'll get married. I have no idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Someone might be sad. I'm happy. Of course.
No, I don't know. But honestly, we don't know the future, right? But what I can do is just focus on what we can focus on, what we can control. And that's being ourselves and focus on the lane that we're moving towards too.
So, what are your advice for entrepreneurs, investors, or just people like
honestly, like I'm in the entertainment field, and obviously, you know, I'm as a new entrepreneur too, I can share like what I felt was. It's very hard to focus when there's so many noise out there, you know, and sometimes, you know, choosing partner or choosing the people you work with, it's very tricky. You know, sometimes it could be, you know, it's hard, difficult because we can't expect everyone to be exactly the same as us, right? We got our dreams, but you got yours too. So, I mean, finding that true, and there's no best partner or best team, but I think there's like close to the right ones, you know, and I think don't lose that, and always remember what made you start all this. Yeah, because sometimes, you know, the reality of humanity, sometimes greed kick in, right? Sometimes money kick in, sometimes fame kicks in, popularity comes in. I just feel like all of those is bubbles. It doesn't mean anything. Tomorrow you can lose everything, and the next day you can gain back everything. So you get what I mean? So what you can control is just focus on your lane and keep it, be honest to yourself. Yeah.
So going back to the questions, when you said about remember how you started it, right?
Yeah.
So
How did I start?
I mean, for the TEAMWANG design, like what?
I just wanted to wear something that, I just wanted to wear clothes that I made. Yeah, I wanted to wear what I want to wear, and that was it. And with this gentleman here tonight, yeah, we just started it.
Yeah. So is it gonna be mostly black, or are you gonna have more color to do?
Well, definitely not what you enjoy to wear.
Awesome. So, yeah, I would say, I think, going back to the introduction, I think you are very influential to a lot of people, especially I think young people as well. Do you have any advice or any words of wisdom to the younger generation on how, after when they finish their university, their college, what are your advice to them?
I don't know. I mean, not advice. I would say just sharing my own story. You know, maybe you can't relate to it, but you know, I think all my life I grew up in this sport family. Both of my parents were national team athletes, and my brother used to be he played in rugby sevens, and then I was a fencer, and I did school, but I never graduated high school, and then I just went for what I love. You know, went for music, didn't know if it's gonna work out, tried my best, and luckily, you know, I debuted as a group, and then luckily again, became a solo artist, and luckily I'm here, you know, so I think the ultimate thing was I just went for what I love, and I feel like perfection comes naturally when you're working on stuff that you love so much. Yeah.
Okay, so we usually end fireside chat with some rapid fire questions. So I'll ask you a few, so you just let us know.
What do you mean?
So just one of like two choices questions, okay? Or your very short answers for those questions. Like rapid fire, five.
From yourself or what?
From me to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will ask the easiest question first. What's your favorite color?
No, I'm good at anything. Like you can ask me anything.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Favorite color?
Sorry, that's why I said I started with the easiest one. Okay. So what's your favorite book?
You know what's crazy? I never really read anything in my life.
Maybe
I'm just being honest. You know?
dictionary then?
I mean, you know what? Let's not get into that.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah, one. I don't know if. Damn, I'm gonna get this wrong. 5 people you meet in heaven. Is this? You remember that? Let's move on to the next question.
so what's your favorite quote?
Well, I think it's a quote not by but to me a hero. My dad always tell me, "Son KT, just let it come." Is that what it is?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So what's your favorite food?
What is this, man? Wait, what's my favorite food?
To get to know you more. Yeah.
Damn, I don't. I think 大排档.
Awesome. So let's give another round of applause to our special guest.
Is that the few questions that you wanted to ask so bad? Is what my favorite color is?
The rapid fire questions, the casual ones. So yeah. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you for the brilliant sharing, and please remain for a photo moment.
Let's take a picture of Jackson.
And now may we invite Mr. Luga, co-founder of Beyond, on the stage, please. Let's take a picture together. Guys, you want a selfie with Jackson?
Okay, so okay, this is like an encore. So Jackson allows us to give you guys some opportunities to ask him some questions as well. So I would choose maybe five people to ask. Can someone give a mic to? Okay. I'll get a.
喂，如果聽明廣東話講廣東話，我普通話都得，普通話也可以啊，上海話也可以啊。
我唔識㗎，
唔識。韓文有冇 Korea from Korea 韓國都得。
Okay, so
十項全能啊！
Jackies. I know actually some questions they want to ask about Jackson because I've gathered some questions before actually.
我講咗你問咩都得係嘛？I'm here. Hello.
Hello, this is Jackson. I'm from Thailand.
สวัสดีครับ
My name is Neon. So I want to ask you how you feel that you are success when you are so young.
I never feel like I succeeded. Like I told you, I feel like money, fame, everything, popularity is bubbles. It doesn't mean anything, but doesn't mean it's bad. Still appreciate it, but always know, it comes and goes. Yeah.
You always give me the encouragement to make my life to better, and I want to say thank you to you. And I want you to say to everyone that follow you and want the encouragement from you. So
Follow me and what?
want the encouragement from you.
Encouragement?
Yeah, from the back.
I mean, I believe everyone here is with different industries. Some I'm not sure, maybe still going to school or like working already. And I mean, there's always problems and obstacles in life, right? But what I can share based on my experience is you can't avoid it. The harder you try to avoid it, it always come back in various ways. So always, I think just move on with it, solve it. If something can't be solved, it can't be solved. Sometimes we just gotta move on with decisions. Yeah.
I think so. When I have problem, I see your face, I also get encouragement and happy and think positive.
Me too. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
So the next question would be, I would say somewhere up there first.
Somewhere up there 即係邊度啫？你咁
Somewhere up there first, maybe please just take one for me. Whoever stands up. Okay. That lady with the right thing. No. Yeah, on the right. Yes.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Hi Jackson! Oh my god, I'm shaking. So can I ask the question now?
Yes, please
Okay.
do.
我说中文好了，因为我是从珠海过来的，因为今年我也去，
你要不挥一下手，看不到你。
我在这里。
有好多人会说，不是自己的不要乱来，不是自己不要乱来，你
再挥一次。
哦，你好。
안녕하세요，我是中国人。
哇，第一次听，안녕하세요，我是萨瓦迪卡，我是中国人。有趣了，来，
对，你也是，我也觉得。
你好。
好，那我问问题了，就是我记得在演唱会上你有说过 "It's okay to be not okay" 这句话，我想知道，在你心情不好的时候，你会怎么样调节自己的心情？
我最近不是半年的时间在休息嘛，就是我觉得是因为我没办法在这个状态再下去了，所以我就 take a break， 然后重新 refresh 一下。所以很多时候我们在每个行业很冲的时候，有些时候也需要多点给自己一点空间去 breathe and to think step out and 看清楚一点，放慢节奏，对，这是我现在在经历的。
谢谢。希望你也可以继续努力，然后累的时候多休息，我们 Jackie 都会支持你。
谢谢你，谢谢你，감사합니다。
Okay, so maybe we'll get a Mel. Any guys want to ask questions? I know there's one. Okay. Maybe right there. Maybe right here. Yes. You can use any language that you prefer.
Hello, Jason。我想知你細個嗰陣時嘅夢想係咩？除咗你細個
少少，你貴。
我想知你細個嗰陣時嘅。
你叫咩名啊？
我叫 SIC 緊紅。我都講多次。阿紅。Hello。我想知你細個嗰陣時嘅夢想係咩？除咗話係成為一個劍擊運動員，仲有冇其他嘅夢想？
我細個其實好中意表演，我發覺我以前喺體院香港體育學院嗰時，細個時練嗰時，我覺得我自己喺度打劍嗰時都覺得自己喺度表演，所以就Are you who I think you are？ 我以前隊友啊。唔同運動，乒乓波係，唔好意思啊，跳題。因為我中意表演，所以最尾都係好似啱啱講話，就我一直 pursue 咗繼續表演，無論係體育上面或者音樂上面，都係其實 it's the same to me， 係咯。
好，下一個問題。
我哋右邊都揀啲好嘛？右邊嘅朋友。
係啦，右邊嘅朋友，我哋右邊嘅朋友啦。右邊嘅朋友 ，Sean。Sean， go on。我已經唔知我用緊咩啦。
OK。Hello 啊，Sean。Hello
Sean。Jason Jackson。
有個問題幫港大嘅女仔問一問。聽到你有十年內有要結婚呢個打算。
唔係，其實我係自己係想，因為我中意家庭，同埋我覺得每個人生嘅階段有嗰個階段我自己覺得應該做嘅嘢，同埋我好中意，即係如果我以後嘅太太願意。即係我都中意小朋友啊！即係如果佢願意生嘅話，我係希望係生嘅。因為 of course yeah。
係咯，你中意啲咩類型嘅？
中意啲咩類型？我覺得我而家呢個年紀，我覺得我而家呢個年紀比較傾得上心啊！已經冇咗個衝動啊！即係你哋明我講咩
？Okay, so last question.
不如我哋 Jason 同 Jason 一人揀個 number 好嘛？我哋就睇第幾排第幾個，一人揀一個 number。
你揀一個。
呢度英文字母嚟喎，呢度。
英文字母啊，咁你得啦。
你 Jason 揀一個。The last one will be Jackson John。
我隨便。
Okay.我再諗一兩條。Okay, 2 more questions. Okay, so one more from the China Jackie side. In the middle verse. In the middle verse. In the middle verse. Okay.
Hi，
Hi Jason，
Hi
你可以叫我 Sakura。
人在哪？啊！你好，你好，你好，你好，你好。
哦，我想问一个问题，
哎
就是你常常会告诉粉丝们找到自己快乐的标准了吗？所以我想问一下你，其实你现在找到让自己保持快乐的步调了吗？
我还在找，对，但比之前好多了。对，
就是如果你在压力大的时候，有什么可以就是让你放松的方法吗？
我吗？没有诶，我觉得我这样想啊，就是每次遇到一些不开心的东西，我们会经常用另外一件事去弥补那个不开心的事，那其实只是分散了我们的注意。反而我的性格可能更会不开心，或者可能因为一件事嘛，那这件事怎么解决，我会去解决，没只是这个，我是这个逻辑啊。
谢谢 Jackson。
你干嘛？你什么心事吗？你就说吧。
没有啦，我就希望你一直开心。其实我们现在，因为我也是珠海过来的大学生，其实我现在的压
你是哪
力，
个大学？
我是 UIC， 就是我们学校名字很长，叫北京师范大学、香港浸会大学联合国际学院。
是的，是的。
好，谢谢你的问题。
谢谢 Jason。
Thank you。
好，那最后呢，就在前排了。好了，就拿着
手機嘅這位是嘛？攞手機呢位仁兄係嘛？
呢個
攞住根嗰個。
Jackson，hello。
Hello
我係澳門本地嘅 Jackie。我叫 Charlene 啊，你上次 MM1 我都有嚟睇你嘅，咁其實你都 inspire 咗我哋好多啦，咁其實by 你啲 video 啦，咁我睇到你話，其實好多時候即係你工作好忙之餘，你自己都會 feel lonely 嘅，咁即係譬如好似啲 partner Henry 佢哋有自己家庭啊，咁你點樣 overcome 你自己啲 loneliness？
可能而家呢個狀態我已經接受咗啦。因為可能嗰時就係第一次感受到呢啲咁樣嘅衝擊，但係而家已經可能係 接受咗 life。Sometimes we're all lonely, but it's not a bad thing.
明白。
Yeah.
好我都同代大家 Jackie 同你講希望你注意身體，跟住你自己想中意點樣發展，我哋都會支持你嘅。Thank you。
Thank you。我點樣發展你都會支持我。
係。
我諗住下年開始去舉重。
OK 啊，我做 gym 一齊做 gym。
能不能給北方人一個機會？可以，但next year I'm also looking forward to engage a lot more, and then also see a lot more local artists from Shanghai, from Hong Kong, from Macau. Seeing creating some moments, some projects or whether with them in overseas opportunities and stage. Yeah.
All right, so let's give the last round of applause to Jackson.
Thank you Jason, thank you Jackson。好，唔該晒兩位啊，相信各位粉絲好開心啦。